Park, just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. Whoa! He's going to have that first down, gain of 6, as they convert on third down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
After losses on the last 2 run plays, they face third down and 14. And that is incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball, and that's about as good as it gets.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Stroud begins with a pass. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Gain of 12 and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Mechie, the man in motion. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Texans. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He keeps it himself.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Herbert now on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man here is Woods. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A tight end in motion now. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38, move those chains. 1st down. Out Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
4th down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Texans go out to a 10-3 lead. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return is McConkey. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Finding the tight end, here's Will Dissly.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now it's Herbert. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll get about 5. the ground, it's Mixon. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll give this to Mixon, running right, and he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, it's Mixon. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Give, running right. It is Mixon. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Open man is Mechie. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the give, this is Mixon. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got a receiver. That's Woods. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Second and a yard. Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. A second effort, and he is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Now it's Dobbins. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On 1st down, Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Johnston motioning over. A run with Dobbins. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down, 3 to go. Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Herbert to the air again. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Ladd McConkey. Touchdown, L.A.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Texans offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He completes this one to Mechie. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Texans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. This one caught by Mechie. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a 1st down. Stroud to throw here on first down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense gonna take over just before the half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Herbert. He's going to look downfield for Chark. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, L.A.
And what a swing in momentum here as you go into the half. Here you are offensively. Not only are you losing, but you really just have a desperation, no time on the clock. Let's see if we can steal some points. And you convert. Tell you what, that locker room looks a lot different now than it did a few minutes ago.
On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Throwing, Herbert. There's his tight end, Disley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
This is caught at the 2, and he's in. Ladd McConkey, touchdown Chargers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. They'll go play action with Stroud. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now, Herbert. That's to the right side and incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
3rd and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Herbert. He connects with Disley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot, He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
That is hard. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll stick to the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
3rd and 6. Throwing is Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
First and 10. Schultz is the motion man. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Stroud going to set up to throw. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Timmy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return is McConkey. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Now the free agent pickup from Baltimore. It's Gus Edwards. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he gets this up to the 42. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get about 5. On play action, now Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is why speed on the perimeter is just so critical. To be able to get from the right side of the field all the way across to the left downfield, you better get there quickly, because I'll tell you what, those pass rushers up front, they're not getting further away. Now a run on 1st down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Here's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And we see a nice catch here by Lad McConkey. And Mike, what really jumps out, and I can't stress enough how rare this is for young wide receivers in the NFL, fresh out of college, is just how good of a route runner he is. And it doesn't matter if he's in the slot or if he's out on the perimeter. He can run any route from any position, and that sort of versatility is going to continue to get him opportunities in this Chargers offense. And then when he has the ball in his hand, every play can be a big one.
They'll run on second down. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll try to run this one in. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the plane. He's down inside the 1. From a little closer, here's second and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Pierce for the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Catch made. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's 3rd and 2. Stroud to throw. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stroud. He's got room to roam. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
John Mechie was the intended target, and 3rd down coming up.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Open man is Mechie. He's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. To throw, it's Stroud.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. Inside the 40.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one. but it's not going to work out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.